Everybody, this is Jay Mawhinney. Yesterday, or maybe the day before, I was reading a couple blogs that I follow on LinkedIn, and they were on a topic, what inspires me. Very, very interesting. One was by Deepak Chopra, and the other one was by Richard Branson, who is the owner of the Virgin Group, Virgin Airlines, and all the charity things that he does as well. And both of them referenced a beautiful quote by Steve Jobs. The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. Think about that. It's really true. Richard Branson discussed his foundation and how his ability to let his imagination go opened him up to pretty much everything. All the charity things that he does, all the building this huge airlines and transportation network that he has, and it's really it was very, very interesting, and it was totally geared into what he saw as his inspiration. It was very good. Deepak Chopra, in his blog, went into a little more detail. His was called "What Inspires Me: The Power of Myth." He went into fabulous depth about mystery through the ages and honored the world religious prophets, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, not to mention world figures and their spirituality and what they've done for the world. Went on to honor Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, of course, Albert Einstein, and all these outside-the-box people who write, act, speak, preach, invent. They use their imaginations to help change the world's thinking. It's a beautiful treatise on how imagination how the imagination of how things could be can go into reality, because what they think they do. They don't just sit there and think about things. They actually sit down and do things. It reminds us all to think outside the box that was formed around us through parents and school and society, and to look for what can be done without all those constraints. The world would still be flat. We would still be in the dark ages if everyone stayed in a little box, wouldn't it? It's an interesting thought. These people that looked at the stars and developed mathematics and science and literature, painting, writing, philosophizing, Socrates, Aristotle, all through the ages. These people knew that there was more to just life than just sitting around and feeding yourself and building a few buildings to keep the rain off, and things can be done with your mind. There's a side note. One of my acting friends, Ross Cohn, did a thing on Facebook, and she did a link to a Mind magazine article on the unleashed mind, about creativity and eccentricity go along together. Maybe that's why most of us actors and creators are a little crazy, huh? It's a thought. Be open to change and work around all the constraints and restrictions put on by our government and society, and look for things new. Work for the common good. I'm not talking about doing things deviant. I'm talking about work for the common good, and while pursuing our goals and our success, it'll be the world's success. Entrepreneurs succeed in spite of government help, not because of it. Not because of being bailed out. It's because they have the ability to start a small business with a thought, an invention, a direction that they want to go, something they want to create or sell. you put the shackles on them, they're not going to go very far, are they? The great spiritual leaders listen to their hearts and souls, not conformity. This is across the board, whether it's the Dalai Lama or the Pope, the great prophets. Have a great day. Today's the first day of the rest of your life. Cherish it and look forward. Don't look back. Take care.